Yes, my people, welcome back to EMGM Sports. It's me, your boy Enzo, the realest in the game. So, my people, it's that time. I have to make my prediction. I've made my mind up. I know who I'm choosing for tomorrow. Who the hell is going to win between Joseph Parker and Fabio Wardley tomorrow night at the O2? I've made my pick. I've made my mind up. I'm not going to change it. I want to let you know in a minute. But before we get into it, I just want to ask you to do me a massive favor, my people. Go ahead, smash the likes. And if you're new to the channel, please also go ahead and subscribe because you're really going to help the channel to grow. So, my people, this is it, man. This is it. I know there's still a lot of you sitting on the fence. Get off that fence, man. Get off that fence, my people. Grow a pair and decide who you're choosing tomorrow. Who are you picking tomorrow? Joseph Parker or Fabio Wardley? Yeah, let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments who you picking. But before I go ahead and let you know and reveal who I'm picking to win the fight for tomorrow, I'm just going to head over to the community post of EMGM Sports because I asked the viewers of EMGM Sports to vote for who they think will win between Joseph Parker and Fabio Wardley. And I can reveal to you the results are 93% of the viewers are going with the big Uso, Joseph Parker. 93%. That's incredible. Only 7% have voted for Fabio Wardley. Wow. 362 votes casted. So that means, if my maths is not wrong, yeah, Fabio Wardley only got what? 7 votes? Less than 10 votes for Fabio Wardley. That's crazy. That is crazy. You guys are taking a piss, mate. Like, so no one believes in Fabio Wardley, right? No one is scared of Fabio Wardley's right hand. Seriously. Come on, he should have got way more votes than that. I mean, this is the biggest margin of a vote that I've ever had on this channel. I mean, 93% to 7%. It is crazy. It's crazy. But you know what, yeah? There's a bit of bias on that vote because a lot of my viewers are from down under. I've got a lot of people from New Zealand, Australia, Samoa, the South Pacific, Hawaii. So I understand why. They are the ones voting for this, mate. They are the ones voting for this. I'd actually like to know how many British people are voting for Joseph Parker. Do you know what I mean? Because that's incredible. That's insane. But anyways, my people, listen. I've dropped a few videos this week, yeah? I've dropped the fight camps. If you haven't watched it already, at the end of this video, I'm going to put a link somewhere here so you can go check it out. Yeah, you can watch the fight camp for Joseph Parker and Fabio Wardley. I made some commentary on it. I look at, because what I wanted to do, I wanted to see how the fighters are getting on, you know, away from the limelight, away from the cameras, like how they get, you know, how they're getting on with the preparations behind the scene. And I like what I saw from both fighters in their preparations, you know, and some things I didn't like, and I commented on it during the video. So you can go ahead and check that out. So I've left no stones unturned. You know what I mean? Like, I done a fight breakdown. You can go check that out as well. I spoke on the pros, the weaknesses of Fabio Wardley, the weaknesses of Parker, both guys, the strengths. Trust me, I checked everything. Before me making my decision, I have to check everything. Do you know what I mean? No stones were left unturned. I checked absolutely everything before I came to this decision. Now, I'm gonna agree with the community here. With the EMGM Sports community, they voted 93% of them voted for Joseph Parker, the big Uso from New Zealand, to defeat Fabio Wardley, the former white-collar boxer. I'm in agreement with them. I'm also predicting Joseph Parker to win tomorrow night. And I'm probably not different to everyone else at home. I'm just backing Joseph Parker simply because of his experience and the gap in the skill. I mean, we saw exactly what happened to Fabio Wardley against Justice Huni. Justice Huni is below Joseph Parker in terms of status, in terms of ranking, in terms of experience, in terms of boxing skills. Everything. For me, that's just my personal opinion. Parker is higher than Justice Huni. You know, your opinion at home might differ. I respect it, but that's just my opinion. And if Fabio Wardley struggled against Justice Huni, if it wasn't for a lapse in concentration from Justice Huni, Fabio Wardley would have lost a unanimous decision, man, because he was getting schooled in that fight against Justice Huni. Now, you can't tell me, yeah, he's going to bridge that gap that quickly. It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. He's got years to catch up on Joseph Parker. So for that alone, I just don't think he'll be able to overcome that gap in skill. You know, Joseph Parker is way too experienced to make the same mistakes as Justice Huni did. He's not going to make the same mistake. The big Uso, Joseph Parker's been there, done that, former world champion himself, so he knows what it takes. You're not dealing with a spring chicken here. You're dealing with a seasoned pro here. You're dealing with a Joseph Parker who's in his prime at 33 years old. He is in his prime, and Joseph Parker, he is hungry. He is hungry. He's been taking a piss out of people. Frank Warren's been taking a piss out of him, not giving him a title fight. Dubois ducked him. Everyone's been taking a piss out of Joseph Parker. So I feel like he's going to take out all his frustrations on Fabio Wardley tomorrow night. I think that's going to happen. That's what's going to happen, man. I'm predicting a TKO finish for Parker. I'm saying between rounds 8 to rounds 10. I don't see this fight going the distance. I really believe that Joseph Parker will finish Fabio Wardley again, because Fabio Wardley defensively, he's just so poor. I'm sorry. This guy has no defense, man. He's got no head movement whatsoever. He can't block the jab. I mean, I don't know what they're working in the gym, but even watching his fight camp, when I saw Fabio Wardley throwing punches, I mean, his hands were way below down on his waist. That's incredible, you know? I was thinking to myself, you know what? These coaches are going to tell him to keep his hands up at all time, because even in camp, when you're training, you're meant to be practicing to get rid of those bad habits. When you throw a punch, you bring that hand back to your chin, protect yourself. But Fabio Wardley's still throwing his hand and he's not bringing it back, you know? So for that, I just feel like someone so experienced as Joseph Parker is just going to take advantage of that all night long. All night long. But like I said in my fight breakdown, Joseph Parker tomorrow, it has to be aggressive very early on. Yeah, he has to control the ring generalship. It has to be in the front foot, pushing back Fabio Wardley. Fabio Wardley is going to be relying on that right hand. He's got power. We all know it, right? We've seen the devastation of it against Justice Huni, against Frazier Clark, against David Adelaide. We've seen he's so powerful. He's devastating. He's basically the Deontay Wilder of the UK. That's what Fabio Wardley is, yeah? So Joseph Parker, he has to nullify that by pushing him back. Push Fabio Wardley back to the ropes, have him fighting on the back foot, because Fabio Wardley, he moves back in straight lines, man. He doesn't create no angles. He doesn't pivot. He doesn't do any of that. He goes back in straight lines, man. You have him going back in straight lines, he is going to be like fish out of water, man. You won't know what to do. And that's exactly what Justice Huni did to him. Joseph Parker has to use a lot of feints in this fight. A lot of feints. And a lot of the time, he's probably going to have to wait for Fabio Wardley to throw something. And if Joseph Parker slips, he can come back with a right hand. You know, there's a lot of flaws in Fabio Wardley's game that I just don't see how he's going to be able to cope with Joseph Parker, man. Say what you want about Joseph Parker with some of his defeats in the past against Dillian White, against Joyce, against Anthony Joshua. But he's come a long way since he's linked up with Andy Lee, man. Andy Lee has really got Joseph Parker's mind focused. He's sharper now, more aggressive. He's well disciplined. He's going into big fights now with a lot of belief, a lot of confidence. You know, there was a point in time where Joseph Parker lost all confidence, man. He was in a really bad space, dark space in his boxing career. But with Andy Lee, that team up, that it's just rejuvenated the Big Uso. And I feel like he's just going to channel all of that, you know. And the fact that he really wants that Usyk fight, he's been waiting so long for it, that's just extra motivation for him. And he's really going to go for it, because Joseph Parker knows He understands that a defeat tomorrow against Fabio Wardley, that is his title hopes over. Finito, mate. He's been the mandatory for how long now? 2 years? And they won't even give him a title shot. So imagine if he loses and he's no longer the mandatory. Uncle Frank will just shut him out, completely out. So the big Uso knows, tomorrow I have to get the job done. He beats Fabio Wardley tomorrow comprehensively. Like, listen, man, the whole public are going to demand him fight against Oleksandr Usyk. There will be no ducking. There will be no manipulation from Uncle Frank. None of that. Because we're not going to have it. So for Joseph Parker, listen, he has to just go out there and just get the job done, and I think he will. I believe we will. Fabio Wardley, I'm not picking him to win. However, he's going to be dangerous. Like I said in my fight breakdown, Wardley's going to be dangerous throughout the whole fight. We already know he's got a big right hand. Yeah, and if you let him catch you, Fabio Wardley right now in boxing is probably one of the best finishers. He will not let you go unpunished. He's going to absolutely slaughter you. If he catches you and you're on Bambi legs, he'll finish, he'll get the job done. That's Fabio Wardley. You know, so for Fabio Wardley, he wants to create chaos in this fight. He wants chaos, man. He wants a war. That's what he wants. Because when there's chaos, when there's war, there is no skill involved. It's now a battle of attrition. It's now a battle of the fittest. Who can get to that, who can land that punch first? That's what Fabio Wardley is going to be looking at. He's not going to want to box with Joseph Parker because he can't box with Joseph Parker. He knows he's very limited. And I admire Fabio Wardley for that because he comes from that white-collar boxing. I had a white-collar boxing fight. I understand where Fabio Wardley comes from. I respect him. I command him. It takes a lot for someone to get to where he is right now. Not many people get that opportunity. Not many people are built like Fabio Wardley to come from where he's come from to get to where he is. Yeah, he's one fight away from fighting one of the greatest fighters of all time. We have to respect Fabio Wardley for that. But I just believe, as much as I got love for Fabio Wardley and I respect him, I just think this is a step too far for him. I think Joseph Parker is gonna beat him. That's just my opinion. But if Fabio Wardley can go out there, create war, create chaos, make it a war, you just never know, man. When it's chaotic, man, shit happens. Shit happens. But I'm going for the big Uso, Joseph Parker, as I said. Now, the weigh-in has already happened. Joseph Parker's coming weighing at 262 pounds, heavy. I think he weighed in 267 pounds against Martin Bakole. So he's dropped what? He's dropped 5 pounds. You know, still too heavy for me. I like Joseph Parker when he's operating at a 240, 250. I feel like that's the best for him. Fabio Wardley comes in at 242 pounds. 20-pound difference between the two men. Joseph Parker coming in really heavy, big, strong. But he doesn't look like a chubby type or heavy. He looks a strong, powerful 262-pounder. And Fabio Wardley looking lean, man. It looks like Fabio Wardley is going to be coming in for that speed. Do you know what I mean? Agility. I want to see plenty of head movement for Fabio Wardley because if there's not that, he's going to get counted all night long. He's going to get jabbed to death. He needs a lot of head movement. So it's so set. It's so set, man. The stage is set, my people, for tomorrow night. And also, let me just add this before the end as well. I think the coaches will make a big difference in this fight as well. When shit goes left, you need a strong coach in your corner. You need someone with that know-how, someone that's been there. And if we look at both coaches, Ben Davison and Andy Lee's been there, man. Ben Davison, he comes from white-collar boxing or amateur boxing himself. He was never a pro like that. He hasn't got that experience in fight. He doesn't really know what it takes to get knocked down, get back up, yeah? Andy Lee been there, done that, world champion. So when it comes to the coaches, so when it comes to when shit hits the fan, if I'm going to have to, what coach do I want in my corner to give me that advice, to give me that bit of spark that I need to go back out there in the round, yeah, and get the job done? I'm choosing Andy Lee, man, all day long. All day long. So that could be the difference. That could make the difference. It could come down to the coach's instructions, man. And I'm picking Andy Lee over Ben Davis. That's just my take on it. Ben Davis, a young coach, still got a lot to learn. And I'm sure he's going to go on and become a fantastic coach in the future. But for now, from what I've seen from him, not good enough. Not yet. Still got a lot to learn. So it might come to that. My people, I want to leave it at that, man. I want to leave it at that. My prediction is the big Uso, Joseph Parker, defeats Fabio Wardley tomorrow night at the O2, and he will fight Oleksandr Usyk next up. Unless, of course, Uncle Frank fucks it all up. But let me know your prediction in the comments below, my people. I'll really appreciate it. I'll see you tomorrow night right here, 7:30 p.m. UK time. I will be doing a live watch along. So come along, all my people from New Zealand, Australia, Samoa, Tonga, Hawaii, the whole South Pacific, my people. Come to EMGM Sports for the watch along with your boy Enzo, the realest in the game. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun watch. Listen, it's not going to go the distance. Someone is getting knocked the fuck out, man. So come and watch it here with your boy Enzo. My people, I want to leave it at that. I'll see you tomorrow night. Take care. Bless.